Hello, Shailendra Mishra here. Welcome to Samvaadam Podcast series, where I sit with Samvaadam speakers to dive much deeper into their initiatives. Today on the show, we have Aditi Wardhan Singh, founder, Raising World Children. Without further much ado, here is Aditi Wardhan Singh.
So Samvaadam is a talk show I started 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and my vision behind it was to give the bootstrapped entrepreneurs, bootstrapped startup
Okay.
founders,
Right.
because the top level startup founder like who are unicorns and all like Koyo, Ola, so they
Mm-hmm.
get chances every time. Like in every startup related program, people invite them,
Right.
but the medium skill entrepreneurs or who are bootstrapped but doing the same good,
Right.
uh, they are not getting just big fundings from big
Right.
funding houses, but they are also doing same good and they are also adding value in the society.
Mm-hmm.
So I that's why I started this platform, and you'll be happy to know that many good personalities are also came on platform. So
Okay.
there is an organization came Safe City.
Okay.
So Safe City is all about the women empowerment and women safety platform in India. So
Okay.
the women ambassador in the United States, Elsa De Silva, was on our platform.
Okay.
So we are giving the platform. So we are done with 3 editions in Delhi
Okay.
and one in Mumbai, in Boston House. So so basically what we have done in the starting page of Samvadam, we had done Samvadam in co-working spaces to promote co-working culture,
Right.
because startups mostly work from co-working spaces only.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the reason, but now we are giving opportunity to colleges also. And my vision with Samvadam is to make it same as the TEDx is right now.
Right.
So what is TEDx? So TEDx may speaker goes on the platform and just explain their story or their thing.
Right.
There is not a speaker to anchor interaction. So
Right.
when you interact with somebody, so you can gain more knowledge
Right.
if we compare both
Mm-hmm.
things. So I want to make it to that level also. And Parul also supported me a lot, and we are going to have an interview with Parul also, and also the other some startup founders from USA also.
Okay.
So yeah, so in this series I am taking your small interview. So this will be a short session on what you are doing and what inspired you to start your own firm. So the Samvadam, so Samvadam is a Sanskrit word,
Yes.
uh, it means meaningful conversation.
Yes.
So we will start our conversation. So Aditi, if I ask you, what was your vision behind this behind raising world children? What was the vision behind it?
Raising world children is basically my baby born after my two kids. It
Okay.
is progression of me writing, blogging basically, and then I realized one day that while I'm writing about my challenges, it's wonderful. But what if I had a platform where mothers around the world, actually parents around the world, could collaborate and we could all learn from each other? And I founded this in 2016, and it just goes to show that the parents are interested in such conversations where we grew from strength to strength, and today we featured over 100 writers, and we've moved to publication in books. So I have my first book out, which is Strong Roots Have No Fear, and
Yeah.
that too has won a couple of awards so far, and has been best selling on Amazon. So Raising World Children in a nutshell is a in print and online publication, which is a collaborative effort by parents around the world, where we are trying to bring diverse voices to talk about issues that we need to be having more conversations about, so that those conversations in turn help raise the next generation to be thought leaders.
So Aditi, I was checking your website. So I had seen the Namaskar word. So that is quite related to our Indian culture. So our roots, as your book also suggests, that strong roots have no fear.
Yeah.
So we have a strong Indian value system in our
Yeah.
art, and so I like that actually word you mentioned in the website.
Thank you.
So can you tell me a bit more about your inspiration to write the book Strong Roots Have No Fear? So what
Well, the
inspired?
book is just it is basically a collection of my best work online. Whatever I have done, I wanted it to be there forever. Now, internet is, while it is a very timeless uh, tool, it is not very permanent in terms of being able to be held in a person's hand. And my hope with the book is, and I say this to everyone, with the book, I wanted everyone to be able to carry a friend with them in which they wouldn't feel lonely on this journey, because we all want to raise children who are confident. We all want to raise children who are global and who are powerful inside. But often the whole parenting journey is a struggle. We don't
Yeah.
talk to a lot of people about how difficult it is. So I just thought we are moving to print, like we have other people who are writing with us in print also. But I wanted to begin my journey with my voice, carrying forth the message of our uh, website and our publishing services, wherein I talked to parents directly about what I feel we do is important in our kids' life, which is the value system, as you say. That if we give our kids a strong value system, it can help them get through everything, and then we need not for them. So that's where the book came from.
So Aditi, I understood your vision and inspiration behind it. So with how many parents you have connected so far directly for this mission?
Oh my goodness. Do you mean people who write with us or people who I have talked to?
You have worked. Yeah, you have worked with.
Yes. So I have worked with around over probably 200, 300 parents, because we have 100 who have 100 plus, I think almost, I think 125 who've written with us on raising world children. And then of course, I have collaborated with a lot of parents by writing for their platforms or being interviewed by them, or have just sat and had conversations about how we can take our work forward. It's I believe it's all about collaboration, where we all exchange ideas and we learn from each other. I can in this count even my friends who have been very pivotal in helping me understand what kind of mother I want to be. I constantly say that we need to learn from each other. Many of us feel that, hey, you know what, I know everything, and
that's not good. That's poisonous, actually.
Yes, and it is in fact very poisonous, where you think you have no room to grow. And if you're not growing, you are stopping the growth of your family. It's not just you're stunting your own growth. Because for a family to grow, or a community or an organization to grow, you need to be willing to adapt and change. And the minute you think that we're done, we are good, is when you're going to definitely be stunted in your growth.
Aditi, you said right, because as a great leader said that if you are not learning at the age of 18 or 20 years old, so you are older than a person who is 80-year-old and learning something.
Right.
So that is very beautiful thought. And so Aditi, if I want to know, what's your vision for 2020 with this organization, RWC?
With 2020, I hope that Strong Roots reaches more people, of course. And we have 3 books coming in publication for sure. I hope to get some more clients and some more voices on board. We are launching 2020, the first half. We have a collaborative book by 25 moms coming forth. Hopefully it should be out by May. And we have 2 children's books coming out, because of course getting stories into the hands of children's hands is the most important. So one is a book about helping kids with anxiety when their mothers are working, and the other one is about raising children to understand that their skin color doesn't define them. So we have those 3 books coming out in the first half of 2020, and hopefully in the second half of 2020 we diversify our channels, because I hope to at least start a podcast or move on to YouTube, so that parents who think we don't like to read, they can at least watch or just hear us and learn with us and grow with us.
Yeah. So Aditi, one more question. So what is the status of women entrepreneurship in USA? So, and how you compare it with India?
Well, I would be honest to say I'm not the best person to answer that, because I'm relatively new in the space of women entrepreneurship. But then, yes, that being said, I feel that there is a huge momentum being gathered by women who want to work and who want to make a difference. And that, I think, has led to a lot of women coming into the business field, because especially companies assuming that stay-at-home mothers cannot function well in a corporate setting, has led to women taking up their own ownership, like myself, where I wanted to stay at home for my children, but I also wanted to make a difference and earn something and have value in myself. So that led me to just writing, doing freelance work first, and then writing for global publications, and then talking to friends and talking to parents about issues, and slowly but surely, and then I launched Raising Well Children, and then that just snowballed. And that, I believe, is happening a lot around the world, where women are saying that, you know what, if you don't give us a chance, we are willing to put ourselves out there and take the risk and find the support and make the difference. So that is what I feel is happening around the world. I cannot compare India and US, because I personally haven't been to India and seen the entrepreneurship field there. But I know a few friends who are doing the same thing there. They are in the blogging field. They're not per se doing publishing work, but I know a lot. I know a lot of authors and a lot of bloggers who are also trying to make a difference while earning some amount of money. And I think entrepreneurship is nothing but saying that, hey, you know what? I can stand by myself and still earn something and make a difference as well.
So, Aditi, last question. You want to make RWC as an awareness platform only, or you want to make it earn some revenues also in future, or a
Of
type
course,
of revenue?
we hope to earn so that we can put back into raising awareness, because it's not like we are on a planet and we don't need anyone. We need support in order to carry our work forward, which is why I say that we are happy to collaborate or to be sponsored for our content. We have a Kickstarter campaign that's going to be launched next year, because we understand that, of course, we need a revenue to be able to keep producing content which is high quality. And that is a vicious circle to be in. But we are not in it only for the money, because the minute you start getting into it only for the money, you have people saying that, hey, you are a platform that talks to parents, so can you promote my a brand which is not related to either multicultural or empowerment. And then I have to be very careful about what I choose to do. So my focus has always been, first, creating high quality content, which is what has gotten us very far. I feel that people who fail often forget that you need to be true to what you aim to do. So my first focus, yes, is awareness. And of course, I hope that there are enough people out there, enough companies out there who believe that raising awareness globally is an important mission to stand behind. And of course, I have found a lot of support along the way, which is where we are where we are.
So thank you very much, Aditi, for your time and being on this platform. And this was our first episode of Samvaadam Podcast. And we will have some other guests with us in coming time.